Hi guys, so I'm not in the car today. Yay. I just wanted to try something different and see how this works. So today I'm going to be talking about not borrowing other people's difficulties. Okay. So many times you may be trying to do something and someone may tell you, when I did it, it took me a long time, or when I did it, I couldn't even finish it because it was so hard. And we can internalize those things and even go into a task with a defeated mindset or thinking that, you know, I might as well not even try too hard because this is going to be difficult for me anyway. And I'll give you some examples. So I was talking with a classmate of mine. She's in her second year in the program. I'm in my first year. And she was telling me that, it's going to be tough. She was telling me that in her cohort, by the end of the first year, they were all done. They were over it. They were exhausted. And she's like, just enjoy now because it gets harder. It gets worse. It's just terrible. And it's like, okay, well, that's a lot of positive things to look forward to. And she also has other things going on with her. She's working different jobs, et cetera, et cetera. So she's a lot busier than I am. But, I could choose to take all that in, almost like drinking a bitter drink and feeling like, okay, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Just prepare yourself. You're going to be stressed out, right? Or, excuse me, I could choose to take things one day at a time, one quarter at a time, and then know that I can reach out for help if I need it. And if I do find things difficult, I'll deal with it at that time, right? One of my professors gave us a presentation and she said, be careful listening to people about certain professors and certain classes because you go into the class thinking that you already know what it's about. You go into the class knowing, oh, this professor is boring or this class is stupid. And you already come with a preconceived notion, and then you don't even get your own experience. You're actually living on the experience of someone else and what they had in that class. Another example, these two kind of go together. I was talking to a couple people, two different conversations about what I'm doing now and how I'm in school and everything. And I moved. So someone said to me, well, don't they have that program online? you know, um, they do. And of course, as I applied to this program, I knew what was offered and what wasn't offered. And I chose for myself that I wanted to move, I wanted a change of scenery, and this is the best for me. And I do interact with my online classmates as well, so that's fine. But having a conversation like that could potentially make me feel like, did I make the wrong decision? Am I wasting my time? Why did I choose to move here? I didn't have to do all this. I'm doing too much, right? So again, we have to be careful of owning other people's negativity and kind of ingesting that. The other example is, again, I was talking to someone about me being in school and she found out it was a private school. And she was like, oh, that's expensive. It's even more expensive. Oh man, but good for you. You go ahead and do it. Again, if I was to listen to that, I would feel like, man, I might as well just save my money now. I already have student loans. I'm not rich. Why should I go through all this? Not keeping in mind my dream, not keeping in mind the prayers and tears and everything that I've been through with God that led me up to this point, not remembering the things that I've been through my personal life and how I've been led to be at the place where I am today, right? So again, we have to be so careful. Sometimes one little conversation or comment can make you forget the bigger picture of what you've had going on. And the last example, recently, this was just the other day, I was talking with one of my classmates because we had to record a presentation on Zoom. And my classmate said to me, oh, doing that video thing is much, much, much harder than anticipated. I had to do it for another class. It took me around a dozen recordings to get it right. It was just so difficult. And I was like, ooh, dang, like, am I prepared for that? That's a lot. Now, when she was speaking to me, it didn't enter my mind that I've been using Zoom since March 2020. I've been hosting Zoom meetings doing recordings and all kinds of things since we went into quarantine for the pandemic. But as I approached the assignment, I wasn't totally fearful, but I did approach it with some caution. So what I did was I looked at the instructional video that the professor gave us, and then I proceeded to do my recording. And thank God I did it all in one take, no issues. I uploaded it and everything. So now we're just waiting to play in class this coming week. But again, I tell these stories to say sometimes we can really adopt the negativity of other people, and it can cause us to lose sight of what we know to be true about ourselves. And sometimes the negative voices we hear are not even from us, they're actually the beliefs of other people that we adopt. So, thank you guys so much for listening. And remember to like and subscribe.